Hello, this is Diana Jarvis from the Young Reporter Scheme, and today I'm talking to Becca Compton, who did the scheme with us in 2012. Hi, Becca, and welcome to the podcast. It's really nice for you to give up your time this afternoon. So tell me, what have you been doing since you did the Young Reporter Scheme? Because I think you did it about 9 years ago, so, a fair time.
Yeah, that's right. It was scarily quite a while ago now, and I've had to kind of cast my mind back and think back to the time that I did it. But I've been busy since, I would say. So I won the scheme in year 13. So I was off to uni the kind of September after that. So I went to Exeter University and studied English literature and French there,
Right.
which was absolutely fantastic. Loved my course, loved my time at uni. And obviously, kind of, all my work for particularly English literature, kind of writing essays and things, really kind of used my writing skills that I'd helped to build through the Young Reporter scheme. And then after university, I applied for a graduate scheme in the charity sector and ended up working in fundraising at a brilliant disability charity called See Ability. And I was there for a couple of years. So although that obviously isn't kind of in the journalism world, a lot of what I was doing was still using those same kind of skills that I'd gained through the Young Reporter scheme. So a lot of what I do now is all about kind of writing funding applications and other things as well. I write press releases, I write case studies, I write copy for website. So it's all kind of transferable skills in terms of understanding your audience and structuring your writing and kind of clearly articulating what you're trying to say.
So the
Um,
scheme helped you.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think kind of coming up with ideas for the articles was varied month on month. So some months were a lot easier than others, and some I think a couple of months I probably just had to write something kind of at the last minute and make the best of it. And I think kind of in the world of work, you're not always writing about the things that you want to be writing about. So it was a good experience in kind of having to learn, how to write about something that maybe I wasn't fully convinced by, maybe could have been better with a bit more time, but obviously kind of working to a deadline.
I noticed when you left school initially, you spent some time abroad, I think. You spent some time with Education Nationale and Kickstart Ghana. Tell me about that.
Yes, so that was actually those were both during my university studies. So in my third year I spent abroad as part of my the French element of my degree. So I taught there in a little town called Besançon in the east of France. I taught French students English, so that was an interesting experience and required kind of a lot of flexibility and creativity and enthusiasm to try to get French teenagers engaged in learning English.
That must have been a good experience.
Absolutely. Fantastic experience. You know, also helped me kind of determine whether teaching was for me or not in the long term. And then Kickstart Ghana, which you asked about, that was a volunteer project I took part in during one of my summers at university, which was essentially going out and helping to run a summer school for children in Ghana, kind of just supporting them with extracurricular lessons like art and music and things like that. And that was also an amazing experience. And since then, I've been traveling even more. So after my graduate scheme, I've traveled again, and I just spent 2019 in New Zealand. And since then, I'm back in the charity sector at a great charity called Jigsaw.
Fantastic. Tell me about Jigsaw.
Jigsaw is a charity that supports children and adults with autism. So we have Jigsaw School, which is a special school for children with autism, and Jigsaw Plus, which is a day service for adults with autism. It's all just about helping people develop new skills and reach their potential.
And you've been there a while, have you?
Since last year when I came back from traveling.
Yeah. Well, that's really interesting because obviously you've done a lot since you did the Young Reporter Scheme, and it's nice that it kind of helped you when you actually did it. If you think back, what was your favourite part of the scheme?
Gosh, it's a tough question because there were lots of parts that I really enjoyed. I think a really good part of it was just kind of having a reason to go out and talk to different people who I wouldn't necessarily have talked to otherwise. So, one of my articles, I interviewed kind of a family friend who was a firefighter and had been involved in the riots back in 2011. And yeah, that's just a conversation that I probably wouldn't have had otherwise. And it was really interesting to kind of take that big news story and find kind of a personal perspective on it. So I think, yeah, my favorite part was just kind of talking to different people. And that's something that, again, has been really valuable to me in what I do now, because now, I'm speaking to lots of different people and trying to get support for the charity I work for. So there's lots of different audiences that I need to go out to and kind of, have confidence in talking to them. And I think the scheme kind of helped me to build that confidence as well.
You won top reporter that year, so you did do really well. And it's been really, really nice talking to you. And I wish you good luck for the future in your career that you've sort of found now. It's nice for you to come back and sort of relive your time with us. So thank you again.
Thank you very much.
This has been Diana Jarvis talking to Becca Compton.